see in the rain. I see in the laughter. I feel you through the pain. Everything that you have made is beautiful. Oh my God, I can't believe my eyes. But in all of this, to think that you would think of me makes my heart come alive. Your love is like a mighty fire deep inside my bones. I feel like I could climb 1,000 mountains all at once, and I never have to wonder if somebody cares for me. I love the maker, and the maker loves me. And the maker loves me. I see you are creation. I see the grandness of your majesty. The universe is singing all your glory. I can't believe you live inside of me. Everything that you have made is beautiful. Oh my God, I can't believe my eyes. But in all of this, to think that you would think of me makes my heart come alive. Your love is like a mighty fire deep inside my bones. I feel like I could climb 1,000 mountains all at once, and I never have to wonder if somebody cares for me. I love the maker, and the maker loves me. More than just some words upon a page, you show me in a million ways. But there is one that stands above them all. Hands of creation on a cross. The maker, yeah. Your love is like a mighty fire deep inside my bones. I feel like I could climb 1,000 mountains all at once, and I never have to wonder if somebody cares for me. I love the maker, and the maker loves me. He loves me. He loves me. Yes, he does. The maker. I'm loved by the maker. Oh, yeah. And the maker loves me.
This world is gonna try to break you. It's gonna try to make you stay in the box, be what you're not. But don't let it.
And you might trip up along the way, and you'll deal with your fair share of pain. You can't let it steal your hope. Don't let it wreck your faith.
Nothing gonna keep you down forever. Nothing gonna change what's true. The bad days will come, but they'll make you better if he's who your heart runs to. Give him every inhale, every single exhale, and just watch what he can do. When you give him the hurt, you give him the pain, he'll use the rain to make you blue. I want you to know he'll use you as you are. So don't be afraid to show off your heart. Love every star. remember.
It takes time to get where you're going, but he's there in every moment. When it's tough, don't give up and keep on believing.
Nothing gonna keep you down forever. Nothing gonna change what's true. The bad days will come, but they'll make you better if he's who your heart runs to. Give him every inhale, every single exhale, and just watch what he can do. When you give him the hurt, give him the pain, he'll use the rain to make you blue. And believe me when I tell you you're not through doing everything he put you here to do. Nothing gonna keep you down forever. Nothing gonna change what's true. The bad days will come, but they'll make you better if he's who your heart runs to. Give him every inhale, every single exhale, and just watch what he can do. When you give him the hurt, you give him the pain, he'll use the rain to make you blue. He'll use the rain to make you blue. He'll use the rain to make you
There is a river of gladness that pours from Emmanuel's veins. The sinner was plunged beneath the flood, and God saved. Since then I walk in forgiveness. All of my guilt was erased. The chains of the past are broken at last. I got saved. Oh, I got saved. I'm undone by the mercy of Jesus. I'm undone by the goodness of the Lord. I'm restored and made right. He got a hold of my life. I've got Jesus. How could I want more? I've received nothing but goodness. I've tested and tasted your grace. I was so lost till I fell at the cross and got saved. Oh, I got saved. I'm undone by the mercy of Jesus. I'm undone by the goodness of the Lord. I'm restored and made right. He got a hold of my life. I've got Jesus. of shame. Every failure, every secret. Bring your fear, the things won't change. Bring your dreams and bring your worries. Highest highs and lowest lows. Every hope you pin your heart on. Every hurt you can't let go. To the one whose name is healer, to the one who came to save, to the one whose love is stronger than the power
Good morning, Journey Church. Please stand and join us for worship. We're choosing celebration, breaking into freedom. You're the song of our hearts. We cast aside our shadows, trust you with our sorrows. You're the song of our hearts. We're dancing to the rhythm of your heart. We're rising from the ashes to the stars. You're the joy, lighting my soul. The joy, making me whole. Though I'm broken, I am running into your arms. Love. The pain will not define us. Joy will reignite us. You're the song of our hearts. The dark is just a canvas for your grace and brightness. You're the song of our hearts. We're dancing to the rhythm of your heart. We're rising from the ashes to the stars. You're the joy, lighting my soul. The joy, making me whole. Though I'm broken, I am running into your arms. Love, the shadows, in the sorrows, in the desert, when the pain hits. You are constant, ever present. You're the song of my heart. In the shadows, in the sorrows, in the desert, when the pain hits. You are constant, ever present. You're the song of my heart. Joy, lighting my soul. The joy, making me whole. Though I'm broken, I am running into your arms. Oh, love, you're the joy, lighting my soul. The joy, making me whole. Though I'm broken, I am running into your arms. Oh, love, into your arms. Oh, love, into your arms. Oh, love, into your arms.
Woo, God, thank you for who you are, for the gift of gathering, for the gift of worship. You are steady and constant, and all other ground is sinking sand. So we are grateful to be gathered in your house today. So may you be honored and glorified in our time. Thank you for this time. And we are grateful for your presence, for your gifts of mercy and grace towards us, that you would bend your ear towards us as we worship today, and that we would all know you better for having gathered today as the church. In your name, amen. All right, go ahead and have a seat. Welcome to Journey Church on this hot day. Days like this make me thankful for air conditioning. Right, Frank? Keeps you employed, right? All right, good. So thank you for being here. We are a church that longs to discover the power of the gospel and then discipled in it, be discipled and equipped through the same power of the gospel, and then deliver that out to our friends, neighbors, co-workers, the people we come in contact with. So thank you for giving your time to being here today. If you are new here and this is your first time with us, welcome. We're glad to have you, and we hope you feel welcome already. If we could get to know you better, that would be a gift to us. And in return, we would like to give you a gift. And so there's a contact card in the chair in front of you. You can fill that out, hand it to the person at the welcome table on your way out. We have a gift for you to just say thanks for being here, an opportunity for us to get to know you a little bit better. So thanks for being here. Thanks for sharing your Sunday morning with us. And I pray that as we worship together, it's a blessing to you and to our God. A couple announcements I want to bring your attention to. There will not be an organized prayer time here in the building this week because it's a fifth Wednesday. That does not mean that we're not going to pray. It just means we're not going to do it here as a gathered group on Wednesday night. I encourage you to spend your week praying, but you don't have to come here to do it on Wednesday. We're going to take this Wednesday as a fifth Wednesday, and we're going to enjoy whatever your Wednesday night holds for you. This Thursday at 6 is Celebrate Recovery. Meets here for a meal at 6, and then goes into a meeting time together, and then breaks down into smaller groups where you can really wrestle with things together. And we are all combating sin together. We are all doing that. If you are in Christ, you are fighting against sin and resisting temptation on a regular basis. And Celebrate Recovery is a place where you can come and do that in a group. You can come and do that with other people who have recognized their issues, and we all have them, and they're choosing to wrestle with those things together. So it is open to any and all people. If you just want to check it out, you are welcome any Thursday night at 6 o'clock. And if you have any questions about it, you can see Frank. He would be glad to talk to you about it. And it's always neat for me to hear Frank talk about the way Celebrate Recovery has ministered to his heart and life. Celebrate Recovery was a main tool in Frank's story to bring him to a deeper understanding of Jesus. And he would love to share that with you. And we would love to see that be a tool, resource of discipleship in your life. So if you have any questions, you can see Frank about that. We're going to talk about that a lot. August 13th, we have secured a box of seats at an Iron Pigs game on August 13th. Tickets are $30, and it's open to anyone, families, whatever, first come, first serve until the tickets are gone, and that $30 includes your ticket to the game and all-you-can-eat food while you're in the box. So if it's a brutal night and it's hot, you can go into the box where it's air-conditioned and enjoy your food and your cooler full of drinks. It's a really great time together. So even if you're not the world's biggest baseball fan, it is a really neat time together. August 13th, we'll gather, and if you have any questions about that, you can see Art, and he'll direct you in the right direction and help you secure your on the list for tickets and things. But how many tickets do we have, Art? We have 30 total tickets for in the box. So if you want to take your family and friends to that game, then we would welcome the church to gather, and it's just an opportunity for you to be together and enjoy a night together. So if you would like to go to that, please see Art. I also want to let you know that on July 9th, that Saturday, that's the car show that happens over in Fort Washington. We've partnered with them in the past. I know some people here are going to be volunteering at that again. And that money that's raised through that car show is just given to a local charity to help them. And this year there's a charity down in, they'll tell me, oh, you told me. You told me. Anyway, that ministers to people, and the money's going to go to redo their kitchens so they can provide meals and things out. And so if you have questions about that, you can see Steph. She can tell you. But the main thing I want to tell you about, even if you're not interested in cars at all, it is an opportunity. The community shows up, and it's a good opportunity to just rub shoulders with people and get to know people better and talk to them. And so if you have an hour or two and you want to just pop in, we'd love to have you. And if you want to support that at all, you can see Steph to see if there's a way that you can help with that. A book club for Armor and for Adorn is already going to get started. I know the ladies started last Wednesday. The guys will get started in about 2 weeks. And if you are interested in being part of that summer study, you can see Steve or you can see Meg, and they can help you steer in the direction of getting a book and getting plugged into that. That's all by way of announcements for what we're doing this week. But I wanted to just, as a means to a call to worship, I think it's foolish for us to see something happening in our culture and ignore it. And you probably already know what I'm referring to. But Roe versus Wade getting overturned this week should be a big wake-up call to the church. Here's what I mean by that. The question I think we have to wrestle with is, are we pro-life or are we pro-birth? If we end our petitions with the birth of a baby and that's it, we're pro-birth. We're not pro-life. This moment presents a vast opportunity for the followers of Jesus to do what Jesus' brother James says in his letter when he says this. He says, religion that is pure and undefiled before God the Father is this: to visit orphans and widows in their affliction and to keep oneself unstained from the world. Our goal of being like Jesus in the world today is for us to strive for purity and to be undefiled and unstained and keep oneself unstained from the effects of the world on us, to becoming so much like the world that there's no distinguishable difference between how we do our lives and people who don't know Jesus do theirs. We actively, out of that, should be ministering to people and ministering to those in need. So I would say let's be, as a church, proactive in being pro-life in all of its forms. This is not a finish line. This is an obstacle being removed for the gospel to have more fruitful and flourishing work in our society. This is not the end of a battle, if that's the way the vernacular of the world is saying it, or even the church is saying it. This is the removal of an obstacle for us to move forward in helping to partner with the world around us to see the light of Jesus come through and to live out this thing that we call faith. So volunteer at a crisis pregnancy center. Partner with a homeless mission. Support foster and adoption agencies. Foster a child. Adopt a child. Donate to these things. Pray for these things. This is really not the completion of anything. This is an obstacle removed. And the question that I think we need to ask ourselves is, what will we do with this moment? Jen Wilkins said it best yesterday when she said this. She said, let's give our money, time, and prayers to render action unthinkable because support is so abundant. Let's give our money, time, and prayers to render abortion unthinkable because support is so abundant. The world is watching, church. Will the church be the church, or will we stay in our safe havens and add to the noise? Will we live out true religion, or will we just add to the cacophony of chatter that the world sees from the church far too often? So let's see this moment for what it is. A wake-up call that the job is very real, the opportunities are ripe, and the church has the opportunity right now to be the church at levels 4 days ago it didn't. Would you pray with me?